Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Theology. We're going to be doing another Reddit reaction video. Forgive our maybe slightly nasally and congested talking and mouth breathing. We just got over being sick about a week or so ago, and anyways, yeah. Yes,
basically do this for our enjoyment, so it's just a fun thing to do. So hope y'all find it entertaining. So it's good. So today it's Reddit gift edition. So
yes,
we got 4 Reddit stories coming at you, and
that
they have something to do with gifts.
Yeah,
good, bad, and ugly. Knowing Reddit, probably mostly ugly.
We'll see. I'm only going off of titles so that everything's a surprise to us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's something that is really good because my buddy, Travis, you know. Oh, never mind. Anyway, he was saying did you know the stories beforehand? And I was just like, no, neither of us do. We look at something, looks like it might be interesting, so we read it live here. So I think that's the cool part.
All right, here's the first one. My husband got me a vacuum for my 50th birthday. Title says it all. Turned 50 yesterday. My husband, who's 53, woke me up, told me he had a surprise for me downstairs. I go downstairs and see a vacuum. Not even wrapped, mind you. He said he thought I'd like a new one since the current one doesn't have the ability to turn off the brush roller when using on hard floors. I never asked for a new one. It works fine. That was my birthday, not even a lunch or dinner out. He mentioned a month ago about doing something special and going on a trip. I asked about that, and he said he figured I'd tell him when and where I wanted to go. He never asked where, but did mention several times over the past month he had a surprise for me. Apparently, it was a freaking vacuum. We've been married 17 years. Am I the a-hole for hoping or expecting that maybe he could have planned and surprised me with something more than an Amazon next day delivery vacuum? When he turned 50, I took him to Hawaii. Maybe I'm just being hypersensitive. Turning 50 has been a hard number for me. Parents and grandparents all passed in that decade. Oh. Edit. Thank you to the numerous people who reported my post to Reddit crisis cares, not necessary. And to the mean trolls saying to get a life, no one cares. Don't be a gold digger. Or it's the thought that counts. I wish you nothing but success and prosperity in life. Peace. Edit 2. It's a Eureka Power Speed canister vacuum. Hold on, I want to look that up.
Yeah, we're going to look that up. First of all, okay. It's really cool to buy like gifts for your spouse, and that's totally awesome. And so I don't want to be like too hard on the guy, but did she say that he was leading up to that for like 7 months? Like, I got a surprise for you.
Yeah.
And then it's like
he's just all like, we're going to do something really cool, and then totally copped out when he's just all like, oh, I thought you were going to tell us when and where we were going to do that.
Okay,
it's like,
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It sounds to me like, of course,
it just sounds like classic husband behavior, honestly.
Well, he sounds like a super phlegmatic kind of guy. I am one of those, by the way. We took a temperament test and it was awesome. Anyway, but it's hard for us to especially for me, I'm terrible at buying gifts. She's great at it, but I'm literally the worst. And so when it comes to gifts, I feel his pain.
No, not everyone is good at giving gifts.
Yeah.
I'm sure all of you have probably heard of the love languages book, and how there's different ones, and how people show love and how people receive love can be different. Yeah. So obviously for him, he's just maybe to him, he shows love by, I go to work every day, acts of service, kind of thing.
Yeah, totally.
And for her, she's just all like, oh man, quality time. Let's go to Hawaii, kind of thing. And he's just like, oh, her vacuum broke. I'll get her a new one,
Yeah, totally.
Or to him, it seemed broken. To her, she was like, I don't care. But
yeah, no, that's actually a really good point, because if she's thinking, hey, a trip together, to an uninterrupted weeks together, and that's her idea of like a really awesome vacation and good time. And for him, he's just like, he noticed her vacuum wasn't working. And so he's like, hey, I'm going to buy my woman a vacuum. Now, that's kind of lame to like not even wrap it. And
he should have stuck like a bow on it or something.
Yeah. And to not take your lady out for dinner at least.
At least dinner and dessert.
Man, that's rough.
Yeah. I mean, she could, but without her complaining on Reddit, we wouldn't have this story to talk about. But she's talked to her husband about it. She should be like, if she's upset about something, she should be like, love the vacuum. However, it's just all like, I felt like you were promising something. And it sounded like she kind of did talk to him a little bit about it. And he was just all like, oh, I thought you were going to pick.
Yeah.
But,
Well, okay, so real quick, just from like a Christian relationship perspective, doesn't have to be Christian, but just a relationship perspective where you've got a husband and wife, and within a marriage, especially like, long term, like marriages are like the long haul, and so, maintaining love through that entire time, you have to really become like a student of your spouse, figure out their likes, figure out their dislikes, what things are important to them, that kind of stuff. So there's like equal responsibility on both parties, but like having unrevealed expectations is like a killer. Like if she's like, oh, I'm expecting my husband to do something really cool.
Especially because he set up those expectations.
Yeah, well, that's
so like, hey, and she's just like, oh, okay, expected. And then she's just like,
right. But a little bit of communication, I think, could go a really long way, where she's just like, so apparently he was expecting her to take the first step in planning a trip. He's just like, I'm totally fine with a trip. But again, he's like a phlegmatic guy where he's like super laid back, and he's just like, oh, I was waiting for, I'm down for it.
Right. He's just all like,
but I want
we'll go on a trip.
Yeah. So where are we going,
tell
honey?
Tell me where we're going. Yeah. Let's
and
do
I
it.
do that all the time to you. I'm like, you want to go out to dinner? And you're like, oh, wow, that'd be really nice. And I'm like, okay. Where are we going?
Yeah,
and
true.
that's just my personality, and that's your personality.
I could kind of see how he was probably, would be like that. It's just all like, well, we can go on a trip, and that'd be really cool. And then she's just like, oh, that'd be awesome. He's going to plan us a trip. And he's just all like, yeah, I'm willing to go on whatever trip she plans.
Yeah, exactly. And she could probably, now people like him, people like me, if you were to come to me, you're like, hey, 50th and birthday is really important to me. Like, can we do something really big? I'd be like,
it's like,
thank you for telling me.
Yeah,
I'm totally
be
fine
a
with
little
that.
more aware of this 50th birthday is a really big deal.
Yeah,
and I lost my parents. What was it, like her parents or whatever?
That's
She's
rough.
like, can you give some special care and attention to this?
But I mean, honestly, guys just need some specifics. Like, if you were to come to me, you're like, I don't want to plan my own birthday. I want you to plan it. I don't want you to tell me what we're doing. I'm fine with the surprise, as long as it's like a big thing and something that like, it's a major milestone. So like something big, like a trip somewhere, then I could be like, okay, I will plan that. Yeah. But if I don't know what you're like approving of, I'm like, people like phlegmatic people, we play it safe. We always play it safe.
They're all like, vacuum.
Yeah, the poor guy. That seems like a desperation gift. Like he's been like leading up. He's like, oh, something's big is coming. But like, he has no idea what that is himself. Yeah. And so he's just like,
oh my gosh.
Here, I ran out.
That's so funny. He's just all
20
like,
minutes to go and got this.
I'm going to get you something awesome. Oh my gosh, what am I going to get her?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. So that poor guy, he panicked.
Yeah, but like,
panicked.
Just cover the bases, man. Dinner, flowers, chocolate, cake. You don't know what your wife's favorite dessert is?
That, though. If you
telling you now, flowers, chocolates, desserts, dinners, balloons, cards.
Yeah. See,
as
incapable of thinking of these things.
As someone who loves giving gifts, I think about that a lot. So I guess I understand that doesn't come easy for everyone.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I guess on a serious note, communication would be really good in this marriage. Where
at least she's not like, should I divorce him?
Yeah. Well, and she's also frustrated with him.
Yeah.
And I don't know, is she even talking to him about it, you know?
Yeah. Well, she
she's talking to
probably
Reddit.
did a little bit. Yeah. But she's just all like, I need to rant about this. My stupid husband. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
you know, kind of thing. But yeah, she should just really be like, hey, the vacuum is great, but I would like to do something a little more special.
Yeah.
I think that it's just like, that's really important to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And wives, the cold shoulder never gets you anywhere. I'm just saying. If she's going to like brood over this forever, she's just going to end up being disappointed later on down the road. Versus if you're like, wow, even if you're really disappointed by something, you're like, oh, honey, thanks. But
wow, this is the best vacuum ever. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We should go on a trip next.
Yeah. You're like, so we're going to go on a trip because it's a great gift, but it's not a 50th birthday kind of gift. So we're going to go on a really nice trip. Pack your bags, all set the destination or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I know it's hard because like a lot of women, you know, me included sometimes, where it's just all like, oh, I just really want them to plan everything.
Right. Yeah.
But then you also have the expectations like, I want them to plan everything as if I planned everything, but I don't have to do all the mental work.
That is true.
I've realized
I do
that,
try to plan something. And I'm like, babe, I'm taking you out to dinner. And you're like, oh, wow. And I'm like, yep, we're going to go here and get a burger. And you're like, no. And I'm like, but you said you wanted me to plan.
I need you to know exactly what I need you to use my brain to figure out exactly what we're doing and then tell me we're doing that.
Yeah. So women are complicated.
We are complicated.
Yeah. But
which is why we need communication's important.
Yeah. But a vacuum's a really bad gift for a 50.
That's just a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
That's not like a wait for a special occasion.
Yeah.
I mean, be like, honey, I got you a vacuum. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Well, awesome.
Next.
Know what you're getting for your 50th anniversary? You're getting a vacuum.
If it's a vacuum, I'm going to kick your butt. Okay. I think my 50th birthday will be a very important milestone, and you should treat it special.
Oh, okay. Okay. See,
remember that.
No, it's easy.
I want 50 red roses, 50 pies, 50.
Okay, this is even better because these are specifics. I'm going to get behind that.
That's right.
See, phlegmatic, steady kind of guys, we will do literally anything. You want a pony? We'll get you a pony. But we need to be told that you want a pony.
Yeah.
We need to be told these things.
It's a learning curve. Okay. Next. This one is my wife got me the gift I said I didn't want.
Ooh. Was it on purpose?
I know. Yeah. Happy birthday. So I had a birthday 2 months ago. Wife asked for ideas for presents. So I gave her several. Later on, she asked if I would like a coffee maker, and I said no. I drink instant coffee. I told her I had a coffee maker in the past, a Keurig, that routinely broke down that I constantly had to fix. It became a chore. Also, my mother-in-law has given me a Yeti for Christmas for the past 5 years. I never use them. I even asked my wife to explain to my mother-in-law so my collection would end. Then comes my birthday. I opened my 2 gifts. It's a Keurig coffee maker and a Yeti.
Dude.
Both gifts from my wife. I told her to give me the receipt so I could return them. Am I the a-hole? Edit. Wow. I did not expect this amount of responses. Thank you, everyone. I'm still working on reading as many comments as I can. I did take the Yeti and Keurig back and got myself a Nintendo Switch. Dude. She had not gotten me those gifts before our conversation. Per the receipt, she bought them 3 weeks after. She got them 3 weeks after they had that conversation. We definitely do have some marital issues. We actually will have our first couples therapy in about 3 weeks. Oh. I'm really hoping it helps. See, this is what I want to see. Not people being like, should I divorce over the bad gift my wife got me? Yeah, no, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah. Okay.
But he should have told her, because she was asking for gift ideas. And she kind of maybe sounds a little bit like an airhead, where she's just all like, he's just all like, wah, 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 coffee maker, Keurig, wah, 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 Yeti cup. And she's just all like, got it. She's all like, coffee maker, Yeti cup. Okay. And he's just like opens it. He's like, so when I said, she's just all like, he loves this Yeti cup, Keurig.
Dude, that's actually probably exactly what happens because, yeah, a lot of times I have gone to pains to explain something to someone, and the one thing they remembered was the very last thing that I said.
Yeah, blah, 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 Keurig. She's like, Keurig.
Yeah. I'm like, go and do this. I'm like, whatever you do, don't do this. And they're like,
got it. Do that.
And they go do the thing that they're not. I'm like, why did you have to do the thing, the last thing that I said was the thing they remembered? But that's okay. That's just how some people's brains work. So
do something else. Or I'm wondering, like, when she was asking for suggestions, did he look at her and be like, I would love a Nintendo Switch.
Right.
Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch. She's just all like, but instead he's just like, blah, 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 Keurig, blah, 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 Yeti. She's just all like, Keurig and Yeti. Got it.
yeah, exactly. This is also kind of weird. Okay, so I drink instant coffee. She might be like a coffee person, and she's just like,
I love coffee. He must love coffee. Instant coffee, gross. You should have a Keurig.
Yeah, she's like, ew. No. You're drinking instant coffee. You need a coffee maker.
Yeah.
And so.
But it's surprising because it sounded like they had Keurigs in the past and he had to fix them and he didn't like that.
Yeah. By the way, who fixes a Keurig? It constantly broke down and I constantly had to fix it.
He's probably, as I've kind of like observed, he's probably an acts of service. So to him, not only did she give him something he didn't like, she gave him something she gave him work later. So to him, he's just like, he's like,
that's
maintenance.
Yeah.
So to him, he's just all like, can you clean the house? That'd be great. That's all I wanted. Or something. I don't know.
Yeah. There is one thing that I kind of think of, again, this is like from a Christian perspective, is whatever somebody gives you,
you should be like,
it's really good to be very graceful about that. Like, instead of being like, I don't like this, can I have the receipt so I can go return it?
Don't do that. That's
I don't know. It's like,
no, I would.
Like, oh, thank you so much. And then go buy yourself a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Just let the Yeti rot with all of the other Yeti cups. Honestly, he should just like sell them. I don't know.
Regift it. Give it to somebody else.
Regift it to the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. That's passive aggressive.
No, give the Yeti if the mother-in-law gave him who gave him the Yeti? Did she give
the
him
mother-in-law? The mother-in-law, he was complaining about the mother-in-law always giving him Yeti cups and he doesn't use them.
Oh, yeah.
And then she was just all like, got it. You want a Yeti cup and a Keurig. And he was like, no.
Well, give your mother-in-law the Keurig and give the Yeti cup to somebody else.
That'll be the next story. Am I overreacting to my husband regifting the Keurig I got him for his birthday?
But anyway, it's also
just
really,
be like, thank you so much. Buy yourself the gift you want.
Yeah. Wait, what did he say there? He said, okay, this is in the edit. He said, I did take the Yeti and the Keurig back and got myself a Nintendo Switch. She had not gotten me those gifts before our conversation. Oh, okay.
Per the receipt, she got them 3 weeks after. So after their conversation, she was just all like, a Keurig and a Yeti. Yeah, right. I think that's what I remember.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do
understand.
understand.
Good that they're getting therapy, though, at least. I mean, that's
great. No, I get some more probably conversations going because he could also like, I mean, he kind of tried to have a conversation with her, but be like, hey, it would be really awesome if you got me a Nintendo Switch, a Nintendo Switch, a Nintendo Switch. He said Keurig and Yeti too many times.
Okay, this is exactly how some people, she might have ADD because
probably
he's like, my wife asked me for ideas for presents. I gave her several. Later, she asked if I would like a coffee maker. I said no. And he's like, I don't like a Keurig. I don't like Yeti coffee cups. And then she gets him both. And because like he started with all his gift ideas, and then the last thing he mentioned was
the stuff he didn't
want.
And that's what she remembered.
Heard and went out and bought those things. And she's like, great. Yeah. These two things. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I literally remember having a little thing where my aunt asked me, she's just all like, what kind of gifts do you want? And I was just all like, oh, I love whatever, kind of thing. And I was like, but the two things I hate are pink and leopard print. And she got me pink leopard print socks, neon pink and leopard print. And I was like,
that's awesome.
And so it's probably the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm all like, I want to hope that it wasn't malicious. It probably wasn't. It was probably the same kind of thing. But then, I was just like, wow, thank you so much. I love them.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's kind of funny. Well, so I'm glad they're getting therapy because they maybe they're newly married and they don't, know each other super, super well or whatever. But learning like people's love languages is great. What kind of, are you an acts of service? Are you a physical touch? Are you a words of affirmation? Are you, what's the other one? Quality time. And there's one more, but I can't remember what that
quality time, words of affirmation, gifts. Acts of
that's
service.
What it was. Yeah, then so like there's that, and then just understanding the your spouse's faults. So it's like if you have ADD, don't constantly be trying to like force them to change, because it's like they literally can't change that. And if you spend your whole marriage trying to change someone's like core, way their brain works, you're just gonna be frustrated, and they're gonna be frustrated. Just work with the person that you have, not the person you wished they were or something.
Yeah, you're just gonna be really upset and frustrated.
Just remember, don't ever say the thing you don't like, because that's the one thing no one wants. So.
Exactly. Next time, never mention
End with
Yeti
the
or
thing
Keurig.
you want, not the thing that you don't want.
Pink leopard print. You're like, got it.
Yeah.
Am I the a-hole for telling my father and his girlfriend that the gift she got me was creepy and invasive? I'm expecting my first child due in February. This is the first grandchild on both sides, so everyone is very excited about it. My father's girlfriend, Lena, fake name, and I have an okay relationship, but we're very different people. Well, we're very different people. I don't like most of the things she likes and vice versa. There's no bad blood between us, but she can be a bit pushy sometimes, so we're not exactly close. One of my biggest differences between me and Lena is our stance on influencer culture. She loves it, I don't. Since I got pregnant, she's been sending me posts on Instagram of random influencers talking about their experiences with childbirth, motherhood, etc. A few months ago, one of her favorite influencers gave birth and filmed the whole thing. She posted a cutesy, poorly edited video of the baby being born on her entire family watching from outside the delivery room with country music playing in the background. Lena sent me that video, and I remember telling her I'd never do something like that. My husband and I celebrated Christmas at my cousin's place with the rest of my family. When it was time for us to exchange and open our gifts, Lena gave me an envelope. Inside was a videographer's business card. She told me she was hiring him for
for him to film my birth.
Sheesh, hold on. Inside was a videographer's business card. She told me she was hiring him to film my birth. I seriously cannot imagine being filmed while going through a medical procedure, and don't want anyone besides my husband at the hospital with me. I've been clear about that since I announced my pregnancy. I didn't want to embarrass Lena, so I thanked her when she gave me the card. Yesterday, my husband and I had lunch with her and my father, and I told her that while I appreciated the gesture, I didn't feel comfortable with a videographer. I said she didn't have to get me anything else for Christmas, but I'd appreciate it if she didn't hire him. Both she and my father
gift can him not being there.
I know. It's just like, it would be great. Yeah, if you would just resend this whole thing. Both she and my father got offended, and we ended up having an argument. That sucks. At one point, Lena started crying and said she couldn't understand why I'd pass up on the opportunity of creating such a beautiful memento of my child's birth. I replied that I found the idea of having someone film me during such a vulnerable moment to be creepy and invasive, and that this wasn't the first time I expressed I was uncomfortable with it. My father said that it was rude of me to say that and refused the gift, and he's very disappointed in me. My husband agrees with me, as does pretty much my whole family. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, but my father's reaction is freaking me out. Am I the a-hole?
Okay, well, we know where we're going with this one.
I would automatically say no, she's not. Yeah, she's just like, that's something I'm not comfortable
I've never
with.
even heard of that. Like, I don't know why that's something. That's just terrifying that anybody is doing that. Some guy with a video camera who's just like, a videographer.
See, okay.
You don't even know.
Yeah,
not
that
even
would
like your
be a
husband with
little-
a video camera. Like,
That would definitely be uncomfy for me. I'd be like, I don't want some stranger
not
filming
a doctor,
me.
just like,
Yeah.
okay, let's see what we got going on down here.
Oh, so romantic. No, some people want videos of the birth of their children, which is fine. But some
not
people don't. And it's okay
To not want that.
to not want that. And she's trying to like push this, like, you need to do this. I bought a videographer for you. So like,
Dude.
and she was nice too. She was just all like, that was really nice of you. Thank you. No, thank you.
Mhm.
It's just like, I've already expressed that I'm really uncomfortable with that. And that's not something I want.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, what's the purpose behind it? If they like, I can see there are some families that are just all like, oh, you're not doing this thing that I'm trying to force you to do. Meh,
Yeah.
it's your fault, kind of thing. But then hopefully it's not a creepy aspect. It's just like, we really want a video of your child being born.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh.
Well, I also like, I like how she approached it. She said, I didn't want to embarrass Lenya. So I thanked her when she gave me the card, and then they went out and took them out to lunch.
Yeah.
And then at that lunch, they told her, or she told her, like, I appreciate the gesture, but I'm not comfortable with that, And then they got, like, super offended. I don't know. That's really, it's like, dude, I don't know. I feel like she did everything she could. However, okay, Christian aspect, we have a really important one to bring into here. In the book of Genesis, going all the way to the beginning.
In the beginning.
God says when about people, he says, for this reason, husband will leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife, and they will be a new family, right? And so, like, that's such an important thing where there is a real separation, and parents really need to get that, and younger people and the new couple really needs to get that.
Yeah.
It's so vitally important that it's like, understand that this
either
is a
one
new
could
home,
cling.
new family, and you wouldn't go to a random person and just be like, here, you must have a video of your child's birth.
Yeah.
They're like, it's not your business, and it's also not your business for the new family unit. Like, a lot of people treat their married, children as if they were like 15 years old living in their house. It's like there's a vital difference here.
Yeah, they are
And
now
so-
having their own life.
Yeah.
And you need to accept that the choices and stuff that they
Yeah.
do is their own life.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's probably really hard to make that switch, because you have like, your child, even when they're growing up, they're under, your house, your authority, all this kind of stuff. And to make that switch probably is really hard because like now they get married and then all of a sudden you have to like change your whole brain that's been wired a certain way for 18 years. But you have to make that switch. You have to be like, this is a new family. I don't have any authority here. This is completely different. I mean, we have a relationship, but no, I don't have authority over them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really, really important stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's like really awkward too. Ugh.
Yeah. I know. I wonder why they got so like upset.
Yeah. And then, so this is her mother-in-law, not her birth mother, So like her father had married again.
Well,
And-
just as I think girlfriend.
Oh, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't know. Things are really doubly weird when you have a broken home, where obviously her mom and her father are divorced.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully.
then so, huh?
I said hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully. And then so I think that's really awkward too, or whatever. It's an awkward situation. And I know we probably have, ask someone, you probably know someone in the same situation where their parent is with a different, person, not your mother and or father. And then so like there's also like that like, oh, I want to like connect with daughter-in-law or whatever. And then so but it's awkward because they're trying to connect, but the other, a lot of times like the daughter-in-law is just like, I like my mom, Yeah. So it's like there's weird stuff that enters in. And then a lot of people get offended, You're just like, oh, I tried to do this nice thing. It's like, oh, I didn't really want that. And they're just like, how dare you,
How dare you reject
Yeah. I'm your mother now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no.
Yeah, don't say that.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's very similar to weddings. People get crazy about weddings.
Yeah.
And everyone is trying to like, I know what you need.
The last
and
little
so they're like, you need
hook
to do
of
this.
control.
Yeah. And then
end.
the bride is, like the brunt of, everybody else's wishes. And
or the groom. Yeah.
or the groom. Well, the groom never has a say.
No, I mean the parents of the groom.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Yeah. Either families can be a little.
Mm-hmm. This is an update. There might have been an early one. Who knows? Update. I cut my wife off from our finances because she wouldn't stop ordering takeout.
Why are you looking at me? Just kidding. Cutting you off.
No, we eat too much takeout, but I think that's both of our faults.
We're not bankrupting ourselves.
Yeah, well, hopefully not. 9 days ago, I made a post about my unemployed wife had spent $1,176 on delivery apps in just 1 month. That's a lot of food. Holy smokes.
That sounds normal to me.
This is egregiously outside of what we can afford to spend on takeout. And since she didn't seem to be willing to stop, I canceled our credit card and moved the money from our joint bank account into my own. For the following few days, my wife kept talking about how I was financially abusing her. She threw several tantrums despite apparently being severely malnourished. What? She threatened divorce, threw a bunch of food we had in the fridge away, and tried to strong arm me into letting her get takeout.
Oh my God.
Yikes, man. And even tried to guess my bank account password a bunch of times. Sorry, my password isn't Taco Bell 123.
Oh man.
That last one was how I learned if you try to guess someone's bank account password enough times, the bank will send them to an automated email. Ah, that's so funny. Sorry. What? Oh, okay. But last Friday, the complaints and threats stopped. She seemed mostly back to normal. I figured she had given up. Uh-oh, not really. That was until today, which was garbage day. When I took the last bag out before taking the bin down to the curb, I discovered half a dozen fast food bags and the other takeout containers in it.
Uh-oh.
My wife wasn't supposed to have access to the money. I had no idea how she was affording the food. I confronted her about it, and first she denied everything. And let's see, I had to bring all the food. Oh man, bring all of her fast food garbage in to her in order for her to fess up. She had taken out a loan. Oh my gosh. Now I thought that she had borrowed money from a friend or a family member, but she had taken out one of those predatory payday loans. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Before you
She's
can ask.
so desperate.
No, I don't have any idea how she was approved. Within 1 hour, I froze my credit card, then drove her to the payday loan place where I paid off the loan in cash. Now, I now have to dip further into my savings to pay for rent. I suppose in a certain way, cutting her off was successful. She didn't order any more takeout. She just drove to the restaurant to pick up her food. Okay. Okay. For the low price of $20 for every 100 that she borrowed. Wait, so that was the loan or $60 in fees. Oh my gosh. So she's borrowing $100 for one takeout, and there's $60 fee in fees for that borrowing.
My gosh.
That's crazy. In addition, I told her that we would be getting a divorce. Oh, ouch. So yeah, my marriage is over. I don't even know what alimony laws are in my state, what they're like, but I assume she'll happily live in a cardboard box under a bridge if Uber Eats will bring her any food there.
Oh, bitter.
Oh, yikes. Man, this is a...
Oh, that's terrible. I was just like, oh, sure, that they just need to. Well, he's mad.
Okay, first of all, okay, let's try to dissect this thing.
So she was spending way too much money on Uber Eats.
1,100.
Yeah, because not only is she paying for the food, but she's paying for the delivery, and that's what makes it like extra expensive.
Yeah,
because she wouldn't even go and like drive to get the food.
Yeah.
And then...
Okay, I want to do the math here because I'm bad at mathing. $1,176 divided by 30 days, let's just say.
Yeah.
So she's like spending $40 a day in takeout. Is that 2 meals? Like, is that one meal?
That's like
plus the delivery charge?
Probably 2 to 3 meals a day.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it depends what she gets. Yeah. That's probably at least a meal and a half or whatever.
Yeah.
It also depends what like state or where they're at.
Yeah, that's true. Wow. Okay. Maybe she's getting like breakfast and lunch other than eat dinner together or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's crazy. But it seems like to this point that she's got to be like addicted to it.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was actually wanted to like touch on the fact that like it shouldn't have been, I feel like, treated as something was just all like, you need to just like stop doing it. It's just like, it was an addiction. Mm-hmm. Like anything else can be an addiction or an idol, or like, I'm just like picturing this as, you know, she was depending on this Uber Eats, and he was like threatening to take it away from her. And she just like, my air hose, you know, it's just all like my oxygen, I need that.
Yeah.
And she got desperate and dumb enough to go and get a loan, because that's how like addicted she was to it. And really, that's like really sad. And some compassion was, I think, needed there, instead of just all like, I can't believe you're doing this, you're spending all my money.
Well, does she work is one thing, because they have a joint bank account, but it seems like if she was working and collecting checks and all that kind of stuff, she would probably just use some of that money for her lunch. It's probably not that big of a deal. I'm assuming he's probably the sole breadwinner, you know,
kind of
because
like that,
apparently she doesn't have like a single dime to her name.
Yeah.
To even buy like a $20 meal, you know, by herself. So I'm imagining it's all his money.
Because he was saying like dipping into his savings for rent.
But that was really... So she threatened divorce. It says that
she got it.
She was throwing tantrums. She threatened divorce. And then she threw a bunch of food away. That would really that would get me. I'd be like, look, this is like real food that we bought and put it in the fridge that you then decided to throw away just to throw a tantrum, you know, and get me to buy you something. Like, that's super manipulative.
Definitely.
It's like, oh, we can't eat at home. I threw all our food away.
He was threatening her addiction.
Yeah.
The thing is like when your addiction and your idol is being threatened, your reactions are irrational.
Yeah.
Like throwing tantrums, throwing away food, getting alone and hiding it.
Yeah.
Not well,
that's crazy.
mind you.
And she like calmed down and everything was fine. And he's like,
wait a minute.
Back to normal.
Yeah. She's just like, oh, my addiction.
Yeah, she's acting like a crackhead.
Yeah, like a junkie. A junk foodie.
A junk foodie. Okay. Divorce. It should never be the case. And especially
only
for something
certain
like fast food.
Yeah.
This is really terrible. It's a breach of trust. Like,
yeah.
Just terrible. But
that was something she like needed help with.
Yeah, she needed counseling. Like,
counseling for that.
People can get addicted to weird things, not just hard drugs or whatever, or just alcohol.
No, food,
like
TV,
you know?
video games, anything can be something you're like, I'm addicted to this. And when you take it away, it's like, like free. You can gauge when something is an idol or an addiction or an obsession by reaction when that thing is taken away.
Yeah.
Like you take away, like there's so many videos and stuff of like kids and their iPad gets taken away and they just like lose their minds. And same with like video games, or like I'd say today like media is like a really big one where people are addicted to that.
And we're recovery retreats for social media addiction, where they're like no phones allowed, and then you have these kids who have spent 12 hours a day on their phone for the past 5 years, and they take their phone away, and it's literally like you get withdrawals. It's just crazy.
I'm glad to hear that they have those facilities now, because like it's a real thing. It's
which just goes to prove that you can be addicted to anything.
You can. It's just like it's the addictions are like these. It's just like it seems more socially acceptable,
right?
You're just all like, oh, I gotta have cake every night, and people are all like, oh, whatever, and then but then it's just all like, I didn't get my cake tonight, it's just all like the freak out, and it's like, or someone was like, you're not allowed to spend money on cake anymore, right? And then you're just like, I need a loan, I need to go get that cake, like whatever it is.
Yeah, there's a really good pithy phrase to define what an idol is. If you're looking into your own life, you're like, I don't know, like, from a Christian perspective, of course, like, what's an idol in my life? And really pithy, really easy to remember. An idol is something you sin to get, or you sin if you don't get it.
Yes,
it's really, really simple. And it's like if you take away Brussels sprouts, I'm not going to sin to get my Brussels sprouts.
Oh yeah, so then
I don't care about Brussels sprouts. But it's like take something else away, and I might get irritable. Take away sugar, I might become very sharp with my tongue. I might sin with my tongue if I don't get sugar, which I need to not have anyway. But
it can literally be any like sleep. It's just like it's
coffee. Are you a grouch bucket if you don't get your coffee?
Yeah.
You don't. Not you because you don't.
I don't drink coffee,
but I do sometimes.
Yeah, but like I was gonna say, like it could even be sleep. It's just all like people act really grumpy and angry, and they're like, "Oh, because I didn't get enough sleep." But it's just
I didn't get
my
like, 8 hours.
Yeah, I didn't get my 8 hours. I'm so angry.
So it's
just like
frustrate.
You like use it as an excuse to be like, "That's why I'm acting this way." It's just all like,
yeah. So in addition, I told her that we would be getting a divorce. So my marriage is over. I don't. Yeah.
That literally, like when we read that last part, I was just all like,
"Oh." Stomach dropped.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. I don't, and it's
you can
so
just read
sad. The bitterness too. It's just like, I don't even know what alimony laws are in my state are like, but I assume she'll happily live in a cardboard box
under a
bridge if Uber Eats will.
I kind of felt like the bitterness was also at the like, my password isn't Taco Bell 123. I was just all like, oh my gosh. I was like, yikes.
Yeah.
You could tell there's really that like hate and resentment towards his wife in this, when she really needed the opposite.
Yeah, that's really sad.
That is really sad.
So we just got done reading the update. Now we found the original story.
The original post.
So this one gives a little bit more context. Sorry.
Yeah.
So he completely cut off his wife from his finances because she wouldn't stop ordering takeout. I'm 41 years old, male, and my wife is 39 years old. My wife doesn't work due to minor disability.
So that's why she...
It's not as if she cannot work, but she complains of discomfort and exhaustion all the time. The discussion over her work basically ended 5 years ago. Okay. And I have completely given up on the prospect of her ever
there's
having
a big
job
root
again.
branch of bitterness.
Yeah.
There. Where that stemmed from, for sure.
5 years ago, and he's still frustrated. Yeah, I get that. Okay, so seeing as she doesn't even come close to qualifying for disability and brings in no income, we currently live entirely off of my salary. I do not mind financially supporting her, but my wife's spending habits have gradually become more and more reckless. It began with her ordering takeout twice a week. Okay, that's where it began. And then that escalated into almost 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Now she's ordering takeout nearly every day. Okay. This is all despite our fridge being stocked consistently. I do the shopping, and I make sure to even keep our freezer full of things that she can just only have to microwave. Last month was particularly heavy one for her. She spent $1,176 on delivery apps alone. We cannot afford.
Oh, so that wasn't it. That was just delivery apps.
Yeah, just on delivery. Yeah.
So that doesn't even include any other.
Yeah. Budget, like for food budget?
Yeah,
no.
Food spendings.
Yeah, that's just on delivery.
Yeah.
There were several days that she ordered twice. I may have reacted harshly, but on Friday I pulled money out of our savings and completely paid off the card, then canceled it. Then I removed all the money from our joint bank account and funneled it into my own account. Apparently, my wife learned this when she tried to order takeout, and she tried to call the company who explained
so he
that the
didn't
card
really
had been
like
canceled.
confront, like didn't tell her that she was
I don't know. It seems like
they didn't,
a little bit of
they didn't talk
communication
about
there.
it. Yeah.
She texted me asking what was going on, and then I responded I was cutting her that she was cut off. Oof. When I walked into the door that evening, my wife was laying on the floor dramatically saying that she had low blood sugar. I told her that she could eat any of the food that we had in the fridge or freezer. I also noticed that she took the garbage out, probably for the first time in a decade. I'm surprised she even knew where the outdoor bin was.
Man, he's so good.
I can only assume that she was disposing of evidence that she ate, as she was pretending to have not eaten. But honestly, I don't care enough to dig through the garbage to find out. She was furious at me all weekend. What I did was what I did over the top.
I really feel like they should have talked about it. He should have been like, you're spending a lot of money and we can't afford that. I'm going to be paying off this card.
Yeah.
I'm going to be canceling. It's just like, I really now like listening to this one, I can see that there's just a lot of responsibility on the wife that she's not taking.
Yeah.
Because if she's not going to be working because she's disabled, we don't know what her problem is besides the lazy bones. But I'm just kidding. I don't know. But it's like, if you're not going to be working, then your responsibility is being responsible with finances.
Yeah.
That means being smart with the money and not making your husband feel awful when he comes back from work and he's just all like, and you didn't do anything all day and you ate a bunch of food and you're spending a bunch of money. Right. And it's just like, that would suck as a husband.
Yeah.
And like I see her like not redacting like anything that I said before, where it's just all like, it sounded like she really needed help. Like I could see it snowballed. It turned into like, she has discomfort and exhaustion all the time. And then she just never wanted to get a job. And then it sounded like he was kind of frustrated over that. And then, her job is to be full-time housewife. That's taking care of the house, making sure the finances are okay, and not just, it probably, what's the saying? It's just like idle hands are the devil's playthings. She wasn't doing anything. Yeah. And then it turned into, I feel good when I order food and have food twice a day.
Yeah, the end state of how things ended up for her, she put herself in that situation. Yeah. Because, okay, here's the thing. A wife has like tremendous ability to either build up or tear down her home. Yes. And so, and you're an example like of, you don't work a day job. No. I bring in all the money, but we still work together, and you take care. You save the money, and I make the money. That's how it works with a husband-wife relationship.
Because there was a time I did feel bad because I didn't have a job, and it felt like all I was doing was. And there was a time where I was really irresponsible with our money, and I was like spending a lot of it, and
it caused a lot of frustration too because
it was terrible, and it was because it's like I wasn't doing a good job of my role, and. You know, and then I started feeling bad, and I was like, oh, do you want me to get a job? And you're all like, your job is to take care of the home, to be my wife, and to save money. And I was just like, okay. And like, from that, the thing is like, it was the addiction and the idol of like, you know, my bad feelings. I was just like, let me buy stuff, you know, to feel better. And so it's just like, you know, so it's just like I needed a lot of healing from God in that. And it because it's like, it wasn't like if I tried to force myself not to spend money, it's not going to work. It's like, it's the heart change. It's the transformation from the inside out to where I was just like, this is wrong. And why can't I stop doing it? And then it's just like, I went through this like therapy program, and then everything got better. It's just like, I wasn't spending as much money. I was being way more responsible because I was like, this is really important. And it's like, I was able to be healed from the addictions and from the idols to where I was just all like, I want to be more responsible. I'm going to take care of our home. I'm going to clean our home. And I want to, you know, I'm going to clean our home, make the dinner, you know, try not to spend too much money, you know, kind of thing. And, you know, it's really fulfilling when you get there. And
Absolutely. No, that's so good. And I'm just kind of thinking how there was a time where you were struggling with like just doing anything. And that was, you know, and so like
depression.
But love is how you heal that. And so like in this case, he's completely withdrawn from her, you know, like he's checked out. He's just like, I work and I go out and do the shopping. Okay, that's all stuff that she needs to be doing.
Yeah, she
like
should be doing the grocery shopping.
Taking care of the house, all this kind of stuff. It's like, that's where it starts, is laziness in that regard. If you're lazy, you will cause problems for yourself later. And so for her, she ended up in the end result of spending a ton of money and not doing anything because she gave in on the stuff she should have been doing, like you know. And so like, I don't know, it's tough because, you know, bring it all back to the root, and it's like her laziness of not doing anything is what snowballed into what wrecked her life, addiction, and marriage and everything.
Because when you're not doing anything, you become depressed.
Yeah, and then you get a problem of it, and
then you're trying to make yourself feel better, and so you're like, addictions.
And it's crazy what that depression stemming from laziness will grow into. You're like, I can't get out of bed and go like make myself a meal, you know. It's just like, it literally, it's just like, you can't get up and walk to the refrigerator, you know. It's like, you know, that's the, you know, even in the Bible it talks about slothfulness. It's like the sloth won't even lift his arm out of the food bowl, you know. It's like, that's such an arduous task to the person who's
it's like they place their hand in the bowl and can't even bring it to his back to his lips.
Exactly. And it's just like, that's what it'll end up. It's just like the most menial of things, like going is too hard for you, you know. It's like, ooh, man, rough. And it's so sad because, you know, you see a marriage that basically just completely came apart. And
reading this story, it's like, I feel so much for her, and I'm so sad for like him, because it's like she needed healing and transformation through Christ, and then the husband also needed Christ to come alongside his wife and love her and help her.
It's so hard. Depression in your spouse is so defeating because the other spouse can't fix it, you know. It's like, what can you do, you know? And so like, the one thing you can do that might bring them out of it is love. And but it's a hard thing.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it's so worth it. The one thing you can do as a loving spouse is just pour love on that person. And
Not enabling.
encourage them. Yeah. Not enabling, you know? And it's,
how I'm viewing that love
thing.
is just all like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just like, I saw that you had some takeout today, you know, and it's just like, it's just like, we agreed that we're not going to try to do that. And then for her to be like, I'm sorry, I'm going to try better tomorrow, you know, kind of thing. Right. And then the next day be like, you know, and even like for her, she could be like, I'm sorry, I got takeout this week. And then it's just like, that's okay. We're going to try again.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing. Or even telling her, this is your allowance for takeout. Once it's gone, it's gone, you know, kind of thing. So it's just like, I could see him just really angry and just being like, man, I'm done with that, you know, kind of thing, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
But I feel a lot more communication should have happened. And it sounds like she was kind of immature and sad. And
the moral of the story is you can't give up on your spouse. It's Jesus. Yes. Don't give up on your spouse. And you know, but on the other hand, everything is totally in her court. I mean, if you find yourself in that situation, your husband will get so tired of you. This straight up, it's gonna. And while there's no excuse for him to cut her out of his life, he made a vow to this woman. You know, for better or worse, richer or poor. You know. Ooh, richer or poor, you know?
Hungry or not hungry? Wait, is that in there?
I don't think so. I'm just kidding. Sickness and health. You know, but you can tell there's so much frustration. He's just like, she's disabled, but she's not really disabled, not to where the government's like, oh, you're a disabled person, we're going to pay for you. Not that disabled, just complaining a lot of like, oh, my back hurts. My back hurts too, but I'm still going to go to work.
Like, man, I'm sick. Sick of what? Sick of working.
But, you know, honestly, when a marriage has progressed to the point where it's like we're divorcing over this issue.
There was already a bunch of issues beforehand.
Well, there is, but I think biblically,
like deeper issues.
If you don't know this, you're not allowed to go remarry somebody else. If they split, one of the best things for a person is to, in a sense, be thrown out on their keister, because she's either going to starve to death, and the human will to survive is too tough for that. She's going to have to learn to go. She's like, okay, I gotta go get a job. No one else is gonna provide for me. And the best thing is to take away all safety nets sometimes, and then
unfortunately, I can see that either helping, or just be the breaking point.
It could be, and that's the thing.
Totally gives up.
There's
forever.
No safety net. It can either be ruin, or you're gonna pick yourself up by your bootstraps and fix your mental problems and just break through that, because something's got to break through the depression wall. It's literally like a wall that you got to. Yeah, exactly. They need Christ. Would be the best outcome is she comes back. She's like, I'm so sorry. I went out and got a job. Can we repair our marriage? And he's to say, yes, absolutely. I've been waiting for this. And then, not a divorce, but a
or not even like getting a job. Be like, hey, I'm going to start being a responsible wife. Like either one. Yeah. Whatever would like mend that relationship. Like on either side.
Yeah. And if both people like, the best thing is for a redemption marriage where, sometimes people in the heat of anger, they divorce each other. And then the best thing is neither of them go and find someone new. They're like, nope, can't do that. And then they're like, okay, let's repair this thing. And then those are the best redemption stories ever,
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and make sure to leave a comment and tell us your opinions. Tell us your thoughts. And also share any stories that you think we should react to. And see you guys later.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for our shorts.
Plug. Watch the shorts.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.